We're going to talk about the 4 C's of marketing in a 4-part series. Now, this is how you can market your company in an effective way to drive more business. First of all, let's think about it. How in the world can we leverage 4 C's in order to market business? And what are these 4 C's? Well, the first C will be content. And we're going to talk about that today. Content is very important. I've heard content is king in some corners. But how do you leverage content in order to drive business to you? Some people say content is just writing articles, and that's not true. Some people leverage content in an audio or visual format. But what I want to teach you today is how you can leverage all these aspects in a strategy that will drive business your way. First of all, should you think about how you like to write content or how you like to record content, or should you think about the content that your audience consumes? It's a chicken and the egg type of scenario. But I would say first listen to your audience, find out exactly what they want to hear and how they want to hear it. If your audience demographic is one that likes to read, then you might want to write. If your audience demographic is one that consumes through videos, always on YouTube or always on social media, then you may want to record video or audio. But you want to find out exactly how your audience consumes their content, and then find out what is comfortable with you. What's your voice? You know, I've heard people say your voice, your DNA, things of that nature, but you need to find out what works for you. If you're not one that likes to write, then don't commit to doing a bunch of articles. If you're one that is shy on camera, then you might not want to do a lot of videos. But the key is, if your audience consumes that type of information to find out more about who's leading in the industry, then you don't want to eliminate yourself. You might want to look at having a spokesperson get on camera for you. You might want to hire copywriters in order to write content for you. But you want to get in front of them in a way that they already consume that information. Now, I know I'm talking real techie right now, so I'm going to back up and get a little layman with it and give you a good strategy. Now, here's a good strategy. If you're a type that likes to write, let's say, then you would have topics to write about. So do an editorial calendar. Say this will be the topics, or these will be the topics I will talk about over the next period of time, and I need to address them in these ways, right? I need to write an article, I need to do a video, I need to do a podcast, and so forth. Then you would want to put all of your logistics in order. If you're not a writer, you may say, I need to hire a copywriter to write about this topic. Second of all, you may say, well, I need to get a video crew and a spokesperson to shoot the video. Third, you may say, well, I need to record some audio about this particular topic. And then how am I going to distribute this information, which we'll get into later. But first, you do the editorial calendar. You have your topics down. Now you have your logistics down. And now you execute. One of the things that I like to do is called repurposing content. I'll record a video. I'll strip the audio out of that video, and then I'll have somebody write based on that audio that was stripped out the video. And now I have 3 forms of content that I can deliver to the audience, and they can consume it in a way that they feel best suits them. That's one technique that I like to use and also recommend to others. And you can do it, fairly inexpensive and easy. Another technique would be what's called user-generated content. So you would start, let's say, a video, and then you would have a place where people can comment on your video. And so they start to say their opinions on how they like or dislike either your video or agree or disagree with your point of view. But you're engaging now with that audience with your content. And your content should state your point of view. See, a lot of people's content want to state facts and stats, and that's great. But it's not saying how you approach the industry, what you feel about the particular topic. It doesn't tell them more about you. And the main reason you want to have content is you want to be the authority. You want to state how you feel, your opinion, and what you bring to the table. And if you're just spitting off stats, it's like those tickers that go across the bottom on a news feed. You see them, but it's not anything that's going to convince you that that's the authority. The person that's in front of the camera, like the anchor person, they are considered an authority on that particular news source. That's why you look at them, listen to them, and you see the ticker go by, but you rarely pay attention to it. So you want to be an authority when you're developing this content. You don't want to just be somebody that regurgitates a bunch of information from others. So that's another thing to look at when you're developing your content. And then